What's up, weirdos? I'm Felicia and I like scary movies, and I bought this hat from Spirit Halloween. I actually forgot I bought it, and then I looked at my closet today and it was sitting with my hats, and I was like, how dare you not be wearing that every day of October? It's so good. Anyways, today is a video I'm very excited for, which is my Halloween party recommendations. So these are movies to turn on at a party with friends. Or, if you're still in quarantine or pandemicking, with you and your roommates or whoever you happen to live with. Or maybe you could do a virtual party. I don't know. Here's a list. Now, first up, I'm going to start with two Shudder anthology movies that I've already talked about on this channel, but they're both so perfect for Halloween, I think I need to talk about them again. Number one, Scare Package. This anthology is bonkers off the wall brilliant. For anyone that wants that like nostalgic VHS, all the like horror tropes and nods and like winks at you because the filmmakers know you know what they're talking about because you watch the spooky movies. If you want all of that and some awesome body horror and gore and suspense, this is such a good anthology. And I think anthologies would actually work very well for parties because you can kind of go in and out of watching them. And this one does have an overarching storyline of Rad Chad's Horror Emporium where they're chilling in this VHS rental store, and so and all the stories kind of come in and out of that. But I really think this would be such a good one to hang out with a group of friends and watch, especially like the last one. For all you horror nerds out there, you're just gonna freaking love it. Next up is another anthology, and this one is the Mortuary Collection. This one just came out this October onto Shudder, and this is a much more like kind of dark and spooky, ghost-like, very Halloween-y vibes. Like this one is more Halloween-y to me, the Scare Package, but also an anthology. It takes place at a funeral home where this mortician is basically telling all the crazy death stories to this young girl that seems to want to work here. And I think every single one of these is so well done, so unexpected. Like they really turn a lot of tropes on their heads in this one, and they all have a really strong collective vision. Unlike a lot of horror anthologies where there's a different writer director for each short, this one is all written and directed by Ryan Spindle, and so there is this like vibe aesthetic that is like, oh, such a good aesthetic too. It's so like green and spoopy. This one just feels so October, so Halloween. Definitely watch it. Now, the next one I want to talk about is Bloodfest. This came out in 2018, very unfortunately around the same time as Hellfest, which had a much larger budget. It came out in theaters. Bloodfest is a much smaller movie, both about big Halloween events, where of course the spooky fun of Halloween turns to moida. I don't know what that was. I'm sorry. This one's about a kid named Dax who is trying to go to this giant horror film festival that takes place in this giant enclosed ranch and has all these different zones that represent different horror movies, and it's just like this huge crazy thing. And of course, what ends up happening is the monsters become alive and try to kill everybody. But this one also sort of has like a cabin in the woodsy vibe. When you watch it, I think you'll see what I mean. But it's super fun. I really like all the characters in it. It's just a really good time. And the next one might come as a little bit of a surprise, but I'll explain myself. And that is It, the miniseries from 1990. And this is because it's very long. It's over 3 hours. And Travis and I were actually out to dinner the other night, like an outdoor restaurant situation, socially distanced. And they had a projector up playing It. And I thought what was so smart about it is, especially at a party, a lot of people kind of know what happens in It, but it's so long, it like takes a long portion of the party, and you can kind of just have it even off with just the captions, and you can just like sit and like watch parts of it, and then like go get a drink and hang out with your friends, and then come back and then watch a part of it. I just feel like it has like that long run time that could just chill over a party, I think, or a virtual party. And for my last spot, I kind of tied between two that have a similar reasoning behind them, and that for me is Beetlejuice and Ghostbusters. They're both pretty family-friendly, light, comedies, have spooky, ghostly elements, are visually very fun to watch. And so I feel like both of those would also go well. And they both have like nostalgia for people. So I feel like people would be like, oh, I love Ghostbusters. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's a good people pleaser. I don't know. But yeah, that's my list of Halloween party movies. It is almost Halloween. I do want to just remind everyone to be super safe. The pandemic is still here. So just wear your mask, make the right calls for you and your family, and do something spooky for yourself. Travis and I are also probably going to watch Hubie Halloween again on Netflix. So I guess I should say that on the list as well. I can't wait. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice scream. Bye!